Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the Pistons will be going up against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. So right around the halfway mark, we're starting to see MVP candidates emerge. Shaq, you won that honor back in 2000, putting up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, I had a career high in averages, points, and assists, and that was the year of my first championship, Bernie.
Shaq, do you think you should have won more than one MVP?
I sure did. I got robbed twice.
I think overall in your career you should have had 4. But in 2000, when I was working as a student analyst watching you, man, that was a great Laker team.
I appreciate you very much.
Pleasure to know you. Honored
Thanks.
to be sitting here next to you. Isn't this guy the greatest?
Man, it's Shaq Mendes.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Well, right now for the Pistons, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will, and that could change, though, at any moment.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, D.A. Thanks. Well, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bagley is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Len in at center. And for Detroit, Kennard is out there with Rose. Then there's Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Henson in at the 5 spot. So Sacramento will get the first possession. Fox passes to Len. He kicks it to Hield. And Henson pulls it down. Rose with the ball. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Washington. It's stolen by Bagley. The wide open look here for Fox. No good on the 3. And here's Rose. In the corner, Kennard with it. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Heat in Miami. Fox passes to Len. In the corner, it's Hield. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Rose. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Griffin's shot is off.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. How are you feeling this, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully, an iconic venue for an iconic team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Rose against Fox. Griffin inside. It's stolen by Hield. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Hield.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Now here's Rose. Up top, Griffin. Griffin draws the double. Back to Rose. Pass to Henson. To the left wing. 5 to shoot. Griffin. Great D that time from Bagley.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by Buddy Hield. Pistons passing it around. Outside Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
First free throw is good. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Griffin hits them both.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
Now here's Hield. 17 points for him last game against the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Kings have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the Pistons making a change here. Doomboy is checked in.
One shot.
That free throw good from Len. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments. but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Rose against Fox. It's tipped. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
That's what Griffin is known for best. His unreal vertical, which allows him to go over defenders.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Outside, Fox. Over Rose. Len plus second chance points on the tip in. Len's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
You know, a big change last season for Luke Kennard happened when he stopped worrying about taking bad shots. He was asked to be more proactive on offense and start creating chances for himself instead of waiting for the ball to be swung to him.
And the first one at the line is good. And Smitty, that aggressiveness from Kennard, that's what the team wants from him.
He's a big part of their future. They need that from him. He may not be their number 1 or number 2 scorer, but he can be a very solid option off the bench or as a starter.
Both good from the line that time. Now, here's Fox. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami. Hield outside. Right side, Fox. Shot clock at 6. And Henson sends it back. Outside, Griffin. Rose passes to Henson. And slam dunk by Henson.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The Kings trailing. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. There's the pass to Hield. Len, high post. Working on Rose. Len passes to Bogdanovich. With the floater. And the layup is up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Rose. Passes it to Griffin. Over Bagley. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And so here's Sacramento. After the basket by Detroit. Griffin on the double team. And now Rose running the floor all by himself. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Rose has got 5.
Derrick Rose is a problem on the break. Strong, fast, and able to finish over the top.
The Kings trail by 3. Here's Fox. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. The feed to Len. Bagley in the post. Defended by Griffin. And the dunk by Len.
an unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Now here's Rhodes. He has 5 to the middle. Here's Doumbouya. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Fox against Rhodes. Outside Bogdanovich. Shot from 12. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Thon Maker's checked in for John Henson. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. Tony Snell's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rhodes. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Jabari Parker's checked in for Len. Harrison Barnes comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Clock at 6. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Parker. Putting up about 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now, here's Bagley. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
Detroit with the ball. Ivan Bagley missing his last shot. Unloads from 9. It's hauled in by the Kings. Bagley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bazemore on the wing. Trying to find Parker. He's got it now. And there it is for him. And the Kings lead by 1.
That's what you get from a vet like Bazemore, making the next pass.
There's Galloway. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Maker kicks to Doumbouya. Got a piece of it. Out left to the wing. Galloway, the pass to Maker. Over Joseph. And the basket by Maker.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
And the Kings making a change here. Bielitz is checked in. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Fox.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Here's Wood over Parker. Misses the fallback J.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Pass to Snell. Now here's Maker. He's covered by Bazemore. From 8, and it's finished off inside by Maker. And it's a 3-point Piston lead.
Trying to become a more consistent offensive threat. That's the range you like to see Thon Maker own.
Sacramento's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Joseph looking around. The kick out to Barnes. Again, the miss by the Kings. Detroit leading by 3. Pass to Maker. Here's Doumbouya. Tries again. A second chance effort. Maker misses.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Shot by Joseph. No good.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Here's Snell. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Parker. That one drops for him. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Joseph. Galloway, the pass to Doumbouya. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Doumbouya's got 5.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Outside, Joseph. Here's Barnes. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The defense did their best, but sometimes it just does not matter to Barnes at all because he keeps his eyes on the rim at all times.
Here's Galloway. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Wood passes to Galloway, kicks it to Maker, lets it go from 11, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The Kings trail by 4. Joseph with the ball. Parker outside from the arc. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Wood. Sacramento grabs the miss. It's stolen by Maker. Uncovered. The second effort. And the shot goes down. And it's a 6-point Piston lead.
This is what you get from Maker, a legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
From deep 3-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so is Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Detroit looking at who they've got. On out there with Maker. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Galloway in at the point guard position. And here is Joseph. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Well, Langston Galloway, not the most efficient scorer, but he'll eat minutes for you.
Yeah, Galloway not a player you want taking a ton of shots overall, but he can hit from outside if you give him a look. That's really his best shot.
Now, here's Parker. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Heat in Miami.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And Detroit has possession. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Here's Maker, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. For the Pistons, Griffin's checked in for Wood. Luke Kennard comes in for Tony Snell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Langston Galloway. And then for Sacramento, Lenz checked in for Bielitsa. Buddy Hield comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. Now, here's Fox. Hield outside. And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
The Kings trail by 8, and now the Kings fast break. Nobody near Barnes, and that one goes long. Detroit's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Kennard kicks to Rose. Back to Kennard, fires the 3. No good on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Left side Fox. Hield outside. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
It's good. Brown's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Fox. They grab their own miss. Hield, and it's blocked by Brown. Griffin with the steal. One-on-one fast break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Detroit, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And the first one drops. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
The Kings trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And it's Brown missing. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at Bagley, he's pulled in a lot of votes, nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And here comes the break. Here's Hield, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
And that's a momentum shifter, a steal leading straight to the basket.
Detroit leading by 9. Now Rose. He has 5. And there's the pass to Maker. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Sacramento. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out. They're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. 11-point game. After trying to free himself up.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Over in the corner, Brown. At the elbow, Griffin. Down low. And Maker the bucket on the assist by Griffin. And 12 points for Thon Maker.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Parker outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. It's Brown with the drive. Maker, no one around him. Poked loose. The Kings trail by 11. On the wing, Heel. Stolen by Rose. Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Alex Len picks one up.
I mean, when Blake is coming at you full speed, you have 2 choices. Let him go or foul him. People wonder how happy Blake Griffin would be after being traded from L.A. to Detroit a few years back. He has completely embraced the city, and Motown loves him back as well, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
And he makes the first. And with Griffin, he's also embraced Detroit's situation, trying to build a contender.
Griffin said he feels like he's a part of building something special here in Detroit. You have to admire how quickly Blake has gone all in for the Pistons franchise.
John Henson's checked in for Detroit. And a change for the Kings. Bagley, he's checked in for Alex Len. The Kings trail by 13. Now, here's Fox. Here's Hield. Baseline try. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
And so he hits both. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision. But I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. Here's Griffin. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight.
Against physical defense, Griffin showing off his power. Nice play.
The Kings trail by 15. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Hield. Hits the jumper in space. Hield's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Rose passes to Griffin. Over Parker. A nice shot by Griffin. And the Pistons lead by 15.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Sacramento's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And slam dunk by Henson.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Fox dishes to Bagley. He kicks it to Heel. Passes to Fox. 5 on the clock. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The NBA looking to improve officiating, Smitty. They'd like to revise the rule book to more closely match the way the game is played. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, we have to evolve. I think now the game has evolved to more three-point shots, so you got to look at also defense, hand checking, and now we're talking a lot about, you know, room for guys to land, whether it's a foul or not. So I think it will evolve, and it should be because the game is evolving.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And it's Fox with the ball for Sacramento. Trailing by 19. Rose with the double team. Up top, Heel. He's got 6.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game.
Joseph, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. Pistons leading by 18. Rose double teamed. He dishes it to Doumbouya. Right side, Griffin over Bagley, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
So the Kings call timeout, their first.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Pistons. Langston Galloway comes in for Rose. Bielitsa, he checks in for the Kings. Ken Bazemore comes in for Buddy Hield. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Doumbouya kicks to Griffin. He feeds it to Doumbouya. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. The putback. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Parker passes to Bagley, and he comes up with the deuce. Bagley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's just an attacking player, a guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Pass to Snell. And here is Henson. Pass to Doumbouya. They get it back, and Griffin stays with it. And the Pistons lead by 20.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Bazemore passes to Bagley. They get a hand on it. Parker outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good by Parker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pistons leading by 18. Here's Galloway. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Knocked away. Joseph with the ball. Dishes to Bagley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
And so Bagley nails them both. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Boya, and a miss there on the triple.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Sacramento again missing.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
On the attack all evening. Not sure at this point what can slow Blake Griffin down.
1:06 left here in the second. Joseph, the pass to Barnes. Here's Bielitsa. Back to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Over Boya. Barnes can't get it to go.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Tipped away. Boya kicks to Snell. The three-pointer no good. The Kings trail by 18. Barnes passes to Joseph. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
And here is Barnes. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Blake Griffin getting it done for the Detroit Pistons. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Derek, how do you facilitate this offense with so many different options?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and getting people involved in the game.
So far, so good, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 20 points, 3 steals, and 2 assists. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
There's a certain presence that Blake Griffin brings to the table. Powerful, tough, still explosive. He's added range to his jump shot. Love what he did in the first half.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, man. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. On the court right now for the Kings. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Marvin Bagley is out there with Alex Len. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. Now here's Griffin. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Here's Kennard. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Griffin kicks to Brown. It's hauled in by the Kings. Len's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Bogdanovich wide open. No good with the triple. Detroit leading by 22. Rose scanning the floor.
Derrick Rose putting pressure on the defense, always looking to draw contact.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Rose has really accepted the responsibility of being the leader of this team. They look to him to deliver night after night.
And Rose drops them both. Kings have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Pistons leading by 22. Left side, Brown. And slam dunk by Henson.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Fox against Rose, and Fox gets it to go. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Oh, Griffin in position, hammers the alley-oop through.
Derrick Rose moving the basketball with ease, really setting up his teammates, setting the plate for them.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Now Detroit moving it up. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Here's Henson, and John Henson with the slam.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Fox against Griffin. Fox looking it over. The pass to Len. Bagley in the post, working on Henson.
Well, what did Coach tell us? We wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
It's Brown on the wing. 5 points in the game, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus. What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Rose against Fox. Here's Kennard. 11 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Wood, he's checked in for Blake Griffin. Here's Fox. 12 points for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Rose.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
The Kings have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. That free throw, no good. And the Pistons making a change here. Maker's checked in. Parker's checked in for Sacramento. He hits the second from the line. Here is Rose. He has 7. Kicks it to Maker. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now Fox, 13 points in the game. Passes it to Len. Now here's Fox. Shot clock at 5. Fires from 14. Here's Len. The kick out to Fox. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hill. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Well, sometimes even the best hit a little flat spot. It's natural. He'll get on a roll, and I think he'll be fine.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Inside, Wood. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Fox after the basket by Detroit. The dish to Parker. Lets it go with a 3. Fox, no good. The Pistons have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's Bogdanovich. Count that one. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Pistons now. Fox against Rose. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Back to Rose. Rejected by Len. The numbers in their favor. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. No good on the triple. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Rose passes to Brown. Parker with the steal. Lots of room. With the putback. And Parker stays with it. 10 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Pistons. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Wood. Over Parker. That one a little long. Sacramento's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Pistons shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Kennard, the pass to Maker. Back to Kennard. And Parker with the block. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Langston Galloway's checked in for Detroit. Then for the Kings, Harrison Barnes comes in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Hield. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
A different look here for Detroit. Doomboy is checked in for Bruce Brown. And Tony Snell subbed in for Kennard. And a change for Sacramento. Bielitsa's checked in. Now here's Joseph. No points in the game yet for him. Rebound, Detroit. Doomboy's got 4 rebounds in this game. Galloway, the pass to Maker to end the cold streak, and the dunk by Maker.
Absorbing contact and finishing through it. Maker's been adding strength to his frame.
The Kings shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. The pass to Fox. Now here's Bielitsa. And that one's on target from the wing. And Detroit has possession. Here's Galloway. Passes it to Snell. Over Joseph. Snell, no good. The Kings shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. And the three ball is good. Barnes has got 5.
When Barnes has space to fire from deep, you usually just assume it's going in. Very dangerous from outside.
Here's Galloway, guarded by Fox. Galloway taking his time here. Just 5 to shoot. Poked away. Here's Maker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Kings trail by 21. And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Barnes. Doumbouya on the double team. Outside, Joseph. From deep three-point range, the shot comes out, and the Pistons now going the other way. In the corner, it's Maker. There's the 3. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. And it's Sacramento's ball. Over in the corner, Barnes. Offline with his 3. Pistons leading by 23. Here's Snell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Wood. Connects on the 9-footer.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Left side, Fox. And they're moving it up. Here's Galloway. An easy 2 points on the layup. Galloway has got his second bucket tonight.
What I like about Langston Galloway, he gets to his spot and he finishes plays.
A pass to Fox. 13 feet away. Rebound, Detroit.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Doumbouya passes to Snell. Here's Wood, covered by Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 10 feet out, it's good. Wood's got 6.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
23 seconds left to play in the third. Barnes with it. He has 5. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so is Detroit, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Griffin. Brandon Knight is out there with Doumbouya. And it's Luke in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. And, well, Detroit shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
That free throw good from Galloway.
After going undrafted, Langston Galloway in 2015, he was named to the all-rookie second team. It's a terrific story.
Galloway hits both of them. And here is Joseph. The pass to Farrell. Outside, Joseph. Shot from free throw range. Good on the bucket. Joseph's got his first 2 points of the night.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the three and the painted area.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Galloway to the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now Joseph. Bazemore on the wing. Clock at 6. Griffin grabs the board.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Doumbouya passes to Mikhailuk. Shoots over Bazemore. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said it is hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate it. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the 3-ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
Here's Farrell after the made shot from Sekou Doumbouya. Joseph up top. Stolen. Griffin looking it over. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Knight. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
A different look here for Detroit. John Henson comes in for Doumbouya. And it's Jordan McRae in for Langston Galloway. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings.
One shot.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now here's Bazemore. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Bazemore has dramatically improved at the line since he came into the league. A big plus for his team.
That free throw, no good. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. That shot by Griffin, no good. To the inside, Bielitsa, and the dunk by Bielitsa.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now, here's Knight. Pass to Henson. Here's McCray. Pass to Mikhailuk. From deep. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Kings have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Griffin with the steal.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation. Blake Griffin's teammates have to say wow, because they get the chance night in and night out to see something fantastic.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Here's Farrell. So much new technology. A lot of it's so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
Yes. That really is. No good that time. The Pistons go the other way with it. Outside Griffin. To the left side wing. Here's Mikhailuk. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Mikhailuk's got his first bucket in this one. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. That's tipped. Here's Knight. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
The Kings shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by Knight. Shot from 12. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Pistons have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Now the pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Henson. Over Giles. Tries again, but then finds Henson. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Well, we were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now, the quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. And for the Pistons, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. Right side, Knight. Outside, Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership, and ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
First one falls for him.
Kent Bazemore, the former National Defensive Player of the Year in college, has a 7-foot wingspan, which gives him a big advantage.
And so Bazemore nails both of them. The Pistons have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here is Knight. Outside Griffin. Knight kicks to McRae. 6 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Henson's shot is off. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Passes it to Henson. Now Knight, guarded by Holmes. Now here's Knight. Defense right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Off the left rim and out. The Kings have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Basket counts. Bazemore's got 5 points now this quarter.
Kent Bazemore, a blur in the open court. Pew!
Knight passes to McRae. Now here's Henson. D right on him. Over Giles. The shot's good from Henson.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Kings shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Here's Farrell. Pass to Bazemore. Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one and dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. Just something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
And that one misses. Akers checked in for Henson. And he's good on the second. Here is Knight. Pass to Mikhailuk. Now here's Maker. He's covered closely. 4 on the shot clock. Knight for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
A willing passer who's still learning. Maker keeps his eyes up and makes the unselfish play.
And Sacramento has possession. Farrell passes to Giles. And here is Holmes. And the pass to Giles. It's Bielitsa. Trains the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Knight. Passes it to Griffin. And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
And the Pistons making a change here. Henson's checked in. And so here's Sacramento. Pass to Giles. He kicks to Bazemore. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Giles. Unloads from 13. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Knight passes to McRae. Back to Knight. Pass to Maker. Shoots over Holmes. And Maker with the basket on the assist by Knight. 19 points for Thon Maker.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Here's Farrell. Down low. Here's Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Knight with it. And here is Henson. Back to Knight for the 3. Rebounded by Holmes. There's 1:40 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. It's good on the putback. Giles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Knight. Inside. Here's Henson. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. 14 points for Henson.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Blake Griffin.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
That one is no good. Well, Smith, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And here are the Kings now, following the three-pointer by Thon Maker. Count the basket.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Now Knight. The pass to Henson. Back to Knight. Double clutches. Second chance shot to the right side. Misses. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.